The culture in the Philippines. Where do I start? There's a lot of things that I can talk about regarding my culture. But the first thing that's for sure, and I know it's true, is that everyone just smile. Everyone's just smiling in the Philippines. They just want to be happy, and they're always trying to find things that they can have fun with. I remember, growing up in the Philippines, and I have a big group of friends, and we just always hang out or find something to do, or we just always want to be together. And which is great, and which is sometimes annoying, because sometimes you need space for yourself, but also it helps me in times that I have problems. They're always there for me. They're always just trying to make me laugh. So they're just attached to each other. Like the relationship of Filipinos to their families, to friends, and to their neighbors is just really attached. Very, very close. Like, for example, where I lived in the Philippines, so I have this very wonderful family that are my neighbors, and so every time they make food, every time they make something really nice, they always make sure that they give us a portion of that food. Even though we don't need it, they would always knock on our door and give us a bowl of whatever they made. And for me, that's just really nice, and it builds a really good relationship with each other. And then every time that we have food or we have something, we never forget to share it to them. Like, we always think of other people in whatever we have and whatever happens in our life. And I really do like that kind of culture, which I try to bring here in Utah or in the United States. I would make a Filipino dish, and I'd go to my neighbors and knock on their door and bring them something. And yeah, that's still something that's within me. What else? We like to do karaoke. So we have what we call videoke. So it's like a big karaoke machine with a TV where you can see the lyrics of the song. And one thing I like about it is it brings people together. And I remember when I was young, like in the circle of our neighborhood, if there's like a birthday party or wedding or any other special events, there's always a videoke, and it will bring everyone in the neighborhood together and sing together and dance together. And even though like not everyone that sang or that sang that time, not all of them are good singers, not everyone, but it gives them confidence that I don't care if I sing bad, I don't care if I don't sing really well, I don't care if I'm tone deaf, as long as there's music, there's karaoke, there's videoke, I'm gonna have a good time. It gives them confidence. And that's something we carry wherever we go. We have the confidence to participate in anything, whether we're good at it or not. What else? We don't like to waste things. For example, for the food, we have weird Filipino food. Really weird. Because we don't want things to go wasted. For example, if you have this one whole chicken, you don't just get the legs or the thigh or the breast and then throw away the rest. We make sure that we make a dish out of everything, that nothing go wasted. And it works out because it feeds people and it saves money and very environmental friendly. So we don't throw them away. We just make food out of it. Yeah. And we always try to find solution in everything. What I mean is, when something's broken, we always try to fix it. We don't just throw it away. We always improvise things that we can use for our daily lives, and it saves us a lot of money in purchasing other things. And what else? We like music a lot. If you go to the Philippines and ride on a jeepney or a tricycle, there's always music that's blasting everywhere. And I like it. I like it like that, because wherever you go, there's music, People sing, people dance, they have a good time wherever you are. What else? We like rice. A lot of rice. And a friend of mine said that if you have a pizza at 6 o'clock or a burger at 6 o'clock, of course that you would consider that as dinner, right? But in the Philippines, if it does not have rice, it's just a snack. So as long as it doesn't have rice, then that's not a proper meal. It needs to have rice, because that's the way how it should be, When we make friends, we will bring that friend to every party that we go. Whether that friend of mine does not know any of the people in the party, we'll bring them along because we want them to meet our other group of Filipinos. And we have this culture that you really don't need to get invited for an event as long as you know someone that's attending the party or the event. Then you're okay. You're fine. And then, so my husband and I, we try to do that. I mean, we got invited by someone who's not even the celebrant. And we were like, okay, cool, we'll show up. And then we just show up to the event and we had a good time. We met the person celebrating the birthday, and we became friends with him. And yeah, it was a blast. So it's just, we will welcome you, whoever you are, and we will treat you as family. That's what I've observed in my culture. And what else? We like to have fun no matter what the situation is. Yeah. I remember there was this big typhoon that hit the Philippines before, and there's this guy who was standing on top of his house with his dog, and the flood was up to close to the roof where he was standing, and he was okay. It was just fine. And he said, "It's just a typhoon. I'm a Filipino. I'm waterproof." And he's okay. He's doing fine. He's trying to reach out to other people, and not realizing that, his house is just, it's gone, But he was doing fine and trying to help and reach out to those who are more in need. And so, yeah. And then if there's a typhoon in the Philippines and like the flood goes up to your knees or up to your breast, then a lot of kids would take that time to play. They think it's swimming pool. We improvise like wooden stuff that they can sit on and play. And for me growing up, every time there's a typhoon, we were like, I hope it gets stronger. I hope it gets stronger. Because that's the time for us to play in the rain, to play in the flood with our neighborhood. And I really enjoy that. So the common public transport in the Philippines is what we call jeepney and tricycles. And when you take the jeepney going to a place, you don't get very much privacy because you're just too close to each other and facing each other and crammed in a jeepney. And it gets uncomfortable sometimes, but for missionary work, it's actually a really good opportunity to talk to people because everyone's there next to you, facing you. You can talk, you can make a conversation anytime. So it's a really good opportunity to talk to people. We have influence so much by the American culture. Like you would think like the Philippines, where is the Philippines? But when you get there, you would be surprised. Like everything's in English, and there's English music going on. There's English movie posted everywhere. People wearing different like jerseys, rooting for their favorite basketball team. It's either Cavaliers or Golden States or Lakers, and they go crazy every time there's a basketball game here in the United States, especially if it's like Cavaliers and Golden State. They get really, really into it. And yeah, speaking of basketball in the Philippines is like a religion wherein everyone just plays basketball. Everyone. Every corner, there's a basketball court. Every kid, like, they're crazy about basketball. And that's one thing a lot of investigator or non-member people loves about the church is because the church in the Philippines, they have a really nice basketball court outside. And when they think about Mormon, Mormon, the one that has a basketball court, right? And they always go there to play basketball. And it's actually a good opportunity for the missionaries to meet new people because a lot of non-members go there and play. And yeah, I know a couple of people who joined the church or got baptized through just by playing basketball in the church. So that thing. For New Year's, it gets really crazy in the Philippines for New Year. And here, there's only like spots where you could, I don't know about here, but in Australia, there's only certain places where you can do fireworks and firecrackers and stuff, but in the Philippines they can do it everywhere. And like every New Year, the Philippines becomes a war zone because there's like smoke everywhere and like fireworks everywhere, firework display everywhere. And I think the culture we have is on New Year's Day, you need to make noise. You need to make really loud noise because that's the way you get rid of the bad spirits that brings bad luck to you. So you need to make noise. And then you should wear polka dots or anything that has circle marks and everything that's on the table, because we always have dinner on New Year's Eve, and everything is circular. Fruits has to be like circular or circles, like grapes and oranges and all those kind of things, because they said it brings good fortune, good luck to the rest of your years. And this one thing that we've been doing every New Year in the Philippines, every New Year when it hits like the 12 midnight, for some reason, I don't know why, the old elderly people, they would ask us to jump on 12 midnight. So we would jump on 12 midnight, jump, because they said if we jump on New Year's Eve, we will get taller. I know, it's really weird. And I've done that every New Year's Eve, but I'm still 5 foot. And if you look all the sizes of the Filipino, everyone's tiny, so that's not true. That is definitely not true. Because I've always wanted to grow taller, but it never happened. So don't believe that. What else? So yeah, that's New Year in the Philippines, and it's not very missionary friendly, because if like every missionary, they try to be sleeping at 10 o'clock, but they really can't sleep. They won't be able to because of the noises everywhere. It's fun, but not for everyone. Maybe others doesn't like it, but majority of the people in the Philippines, they like it. So I can't think of anything else. There's a lot. Oh, we like nicknames. Like, for example, my real name is Cherry Rose, but growing up, I would have a nickname that's Cheche, and other people would have a nickname like Boy, Don Don, what else? Ineng, or Kring Kring. Weird, they're really weird. I didn't realize that. But yeah, that we make nicknames. And another thing that I found funny about the Philippines is the Filipino names. For example, my name is Cherry, like the fruit, cherry. And my second name is Rose, so Cherry Rose. I thought that was an okay name back home, but when I moved here, everyone was like, Cherry? That's so cute. And I'm like, yeah, I've never heard anyone who has the same name. I guess people don't name their kids after a fruit or something that they like. I have a friend whose name is Precious Apple, and she got married, and her name now is Precious Apple Peel. I have a friend whose name is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. There's a name Christmas, a name Computer Lynn, a name, the name is No Name, and the brother nameless. And there's a girl whose name is Girl, and there's a boy whose name is Boy. And there's a princess, there's a prince. There's a queen, there's a king. There's these Filipino names. And I know names like Ferrero, Kisses, and Hershey. Like all these chocolate brands, Cadbury. Oh my gosh. I thought before they were really cute, but then right now, like living here in the United States, it makes me like, oh my gosh, why would you do that to your kid? I think it's funny. You need to either have a good sense of humor to live with your name, people makes fun of you, or it's gonna be tough. So yeah.